Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're good, hope you're great. My name is Miranda and this is my YouTube channel. So this week I'm doing a video of things that you would know if you grew up in a Christian family. I love these kinds of videos. I've been watching so many of like these Australian videos where it's like if you're Australian you know like this is your life. And I just think they're really good. I think they're so relatable and super funny, so I thought I would get on here and do that. So if you didn't already know, based on this video, I've been brought up in a Christian home my entire life, so I was born into a Christian family and I just thought it'd be really cool to share some of my experiences and maybe you experience them too. So let's get this video started. So first thing, you know you grew up in a Christian family if you know who Ron Kenoly, Colin Buchanan or Darlene Zschech are. Second thing, you know you grew up in a Christian family if you watched VeggieTales all the time. That was your favorite TV show. Literally, it was life. And honestly, the VeggieTales that they have at the moment on Netflix is not nearly as good because the graphics, like the animation, is just not good. Bring it back to the original, guys. Yes, VeggieTales was my life. You know you grew up in a Christian family when you weren't allowed to watch shows and movies that most people got to watch. Meaning that when you grew up and people were making comments and jokes, you would have to be sitting there like, yeah, I totally know what's going on, but you have no idea. You didn't watch things like SpongeBob because that is just like crude humor. You didn't watch Wizards of Waverly Place because, excuse me, that's wizardry right there. You didn't watch That's So Raven because it's like psychic and otherworldly. You didn't watch Aladdin because, again, it's supernatural. You didn't watch The Wizard of Oz because the whole witch thing, again, not cool. You didn't watch Harry Potter because that is bad. Like, that's supernatural, that's wizardry, that's witchcraft and all of that kind of thing. Anything like that you weren't allowed to watch. You weren't allowed to watch anything that was PG-13 or higher, and if you knew someone who did, they were the coolest people out there. Like, you would be like, man, I want your life. Another thing you would know if you grew up in a Christian family is that you never listened to the radio, or if you did, the only radio station that you listened to was 96.5. If you were in Brisbane, Australia, you would know what I mean. 96.5 is like this Christian, it's family friendly pretty much, and they used to play the most awful music and would play the same songs over and over. You weren't allowed to listen to any other stations but 96.5, but I mean the chances that you actually got to listen to 96.5 were pretty slim, because you'd just be listening to your own music, which consisted of Ron Kenoly, Colin Buchanan and Darlene Zschech. Pure Energy was your jam, okay? If you don't know who Pure Energy is, I'll put a photo up. But honestly, they were your jam. You listened to them all the time. Also, Rockfish was the best thing ever. You'd like watch their movies or TV shows. I don't even know what it was. I think it was a movie kind of thing. If you went to their concert like I did, you were super cool because Rockfish is like the best thing ever. You know you grew up in a Christian family if you watched The Adventures of Odyssey and absolutely loved it. You know you grew up in a Christian family if you had a gospel bracelet. Now, for those of you who don't know what a gospel bracelet is, I'll put a photo up. But pretty much it's like each like bead represents a certain thing. I don't remember exactly because it's been so long since I wore them, but pretty much if you went to church back when you were younger, you would have to have one because otherwise you weren't Christian or you weren't cool enough, and it was just a thing. And I would make them, they'd get you to make them all the time in kids' church as well, so that's fun. You know you grew up in a Christian family when waking up for 8 AM church isn't the end of the world because you're just used to it. You would get up, go to church for 8 AM service, and then after that you'd be hanging around for ages because your parents are too busy talking. And it's like this whole classic thing where you're walking out of church and you think you're leaving, but then they find someone else, and it's just like this thing. So you know you grew up in a Christian family when you know who Salty was. Either way, Salty was a classic. I think I did get pretty creeped out at one point, but mostly Salty was great. Watched him a lot. Some banger tunes. Yep. You know you grew up in a Christian family when you know all the books of the Bible and can sing the song that goes with it. Now, there are multiple versions of this song. The one I was brought up with is not the one that I actually remember now. Honestly, when I can't work out where a book of the Bible is in the Bible, I have to sing the song and then I can work it out. You know you grew up in a Christian family when you came up with words to replace swearing. So now in Christian circles, you don't generally swear. It's not a thing. Especially when you're younger, you don't swear. And so when you grew up, you had to replace safe words for swear words. Things like gosh dang it, darn. Because damn, you're not allowed to say damn. Because damn will send you to hell. I don't even know, man. I don't know. Fudge. Puss in Boots. I did Puss in Boots. I came up with the weirdest ways to express my anger, or like when you stub a toe, I would say Puss in Boots. I did Cheese and Whiskers from Bananas in Pajamas, honestly, yes. And other things like that. But then the thing that kind of like sets us apart of being in a Christian family is by replacing those swear words with safe words, you then still got questioned about why you're using that word, because apparently using another word to express your anger isn't okay. It's not good enough. You just can't display any anger. You know, you grew up in a Christian family where your only music that you had was Christian music. Like, you weren't allowed to listen to non-Christian music. And it was a big deal for you to borrow a CD from a friend that was not a Christian song, not a Christian CD. You know, you grew up in a Christian family when you went to church every Sunday, and like it was not negotiable, you had to go to church. And by going to kids' church, you would learn all the fun songs, like Father Abraham, the Books of the Bible song, and Lord's Army, Nothing But the Blood. There are a whole bunch of them, but yeah, pretty much. Alright guys, that is all from me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this kind of brought a bit of nostalgia to your life, and that you could relate to some of these things. If you did, please let me know, or if there's anything else that you've experienced when you were younger or when you grew up in a Christian home, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a like and hit the subscribe button below, because apparently that's what YouTubers do, and I will see you next week. Cool.